What's going on, fam? Eric Ellis Jr. here, back at it again with another fire ass video. And this video is going to be a little bit different. Basically, I'm going to be pounding away some calls for some leads. These are people who are interested in joining my business opportunity. So I'm just going to call away. Now, I'm more into automation, so the fact that I'm doing phone calls. But I haven't done anything like this in a while, so I like to close. I enjoy the process. I like the grind. I like the hustle.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going? Is this Charlotte?
It is.
Hi, Charlotte. This is Eric Ellis. How's it going?
Good. This is who?
Eric Ellis. I'm not sure if you came across me on YouTube, Instagram. I know it's a random call, I'm assuming. But yeah, I was actually I was following up because it said you just referred the following person. So I was basically just reaching out to you to see what I can do to help you out and to see exactly like what your goals were and what you were trying to accomplish.
Okay, so I recently just got started, and it's a boatload of information out there on ClickBank and ClickFunnels and everything like that. And
Absolutely.
I think it's overwhelming with all the information because everybody got so many different steps to take. And so I was just trying to get like
a direct, basically, like this is how you get it done. I got you. Well, I might be able to help you with that. But on a little bit more on like a deeper level. Obviously, you're talking about ClickFunnels, ClickBank. You want to make money online, but like, what's your goal? Like, are you trying to walk away from school? Are you trying to walk away from a job? Are you trying to feed your family, kids?
I'm trying to walk away from work.
Okay, so leave the 9 to 5. So you got to figure out what their pain points are, what their desires are, what they actually want. So what are you currently doing for work?
Right now I'm actually working for a bank, and I do anti-money laundering.
Okay, that's dope.
Which is pretty cool, but it's, I still would like to work for myself.
Now I got what you mean. I like to call it corporate slavery. It is what it is, but I mean, nobody wants to.
Agreed.
Nobody else wants to build somebody else's dream. It's just not everybody's as courageous as you to actually pursue working on their own dreams, because it's a little bit scary sometimes,
Yeah.
So I mean, is there any?
I've just been doing it for so long. I'm just ready.
No, I got you. Is there any particular reason why you want to work for yourself, and why you don't see like the benefits of like working a secure, safe job? Like, is there a reason? Like, is there something that you saw or the lifestyle that you wanted, or what specifically was it?
I just really want to.
You gotta dig deep.
It wasn't nothing that.
Because they're literally gonna tell you how to sell them.
You wake up every day for 20 years and you go to this place, and it's like you just want to build something for yourself.
Could you imagine working on your own dreams and your own business for 20 years? That would be crazy, right?
20 years that I gave, right?
Get him to agree with you. I feel you. So basically, I kind of had the epiphany about 2 years ago. I walked away from school because it just wasn't for me. I was making about $80,000 a year. And I walked away from that because I remember getting like chewed out and cursed out at my job, but it was a door-to-door sales company and I was running 2 different offices. So I felt like it was mine. But basically my boss, I guess you could say, quote unquote, put me in my place and kind of cursed me out, basically showing, look, this is mine and you're replaceable. And you keep on acting up, right? You think you're too good to be replaced. Even though I built everything, he said, we'll do what we gotta do. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I don't own this. So why am I giving my all into something that I don't own? I could be producing the same amount of efforts into something that I wanted to build myself. Even if it's gonna be 2 times as hard, I'm willing to do it. So does that kind of,
that way now.
Is that kind of where you find yourself?
Yeah, and I recently just got to that point, like.
Fed up?
It sounds weird, but I kind of looked up and it was 20 years here. So it's like,
wow.
Why I've been here 20 years working here, like, and I don't really have.
What do you have to show for it? In all honesty, what do you have to show for it?
That's my point. I don't have I can't take a vacation when I want to.
Amen. Man, I just traveled the world for 17 months. And that was the most like freeing thing ever. I didn't have to ask. I literally, you know what? I would open up my laptop and I would see basically like, that country looks cool. Let me go on a book a flight there. And this year, in 8 months, I traveled 12 countries.
Wow.
But my goal, since I've been able to accomplish that and I've been able to do that, is the whole reason why I'm on this call. So I'll be completely honest with you. I'm all about automation. Meaning the reason why we're even on this phone call is because you went through one of my sales funnels. And regardless whether I decided to call you or not, you're most likely going to get automated emails for me. You're going to see my income and you're going to want to invest anyways because you're going to see myself doing it and myself getting the results. However, two things. I want to show people that I'm a real person. Because you kind of sounded a little bit baffled when I called you. You're like, what? Wait, what?
Because I didn't expect it because I've reached out to so many people and I've spent quite a bit of money trying to get into it already and I've never heard from anybody.
She's ready to go.
I'm like, wait a minute.
She's ready to go, I'm telling you. So
That's very appreciated though.
No, I appreciate you for stepping outside and looking for something better, because if you've been somewhere 20 years, I mean, they say the average person dies at 25 years old because at 25 years old, they're done. Like, they're just like, you know what? And I've almost been there. I almost quit on my dreams to where I was like, man, this shit is too hard. Like, so excuse my French, I was like, this is too hard. Like, I might as well just work for somebody else. But then I worked in a call center and I was like, I can't do this. I wanted to blow my brains out. I was like, I cannot do this. I have to make this thing work. And then once I had that like fire lit under me and then the proper guidance and the mentorship, then I was able to go to the moon. So I'm positioning what I'm about to leverage.
Also, like I understand like time is valuable. I wouldn't ask anybody to do it for free. I've asked for mentors. She was like, I can't get like a way just to get in the door.
So I'm presenting myself already as that authority to where I'm going to be able to help her, like the mentor is the solution. And that's exactly basically why we're on the phone call. So that way you don't have to kind of be aimlessly, blindly be figuring out what you have to do. I want to help you out. Now, obviously, I'd be lying to you if I told you I was going to walk you by the hand. What I can do is I can go ahead and give you the guidance, right? You're trying to figure out exactly what steps you need to take to get those results. And any people that works personally with me and my team, I'm just launching this business. So you'll literally have my full attention until it grows like crazy. But basically within that mastermind group, I'm gonna have a mastermind group to where you're not gonna be the only one going through it, meaning other people are gonna have questions. So let's just say we have a Jessica and Jessica's like, hey, how do I get this done? She's gonna ask a question and then you're like, oh crap, I was thinking about that, but I completely forgot. That's how you do it. So when I'm answering those questions and we have other leaders stepping up and helping you guys out, I mean, it's just gonna be one step closer to getting success and one step closer to you walking away from that 9 to 5. And like I said, I wish I had a mentor and guidance. I actually had to fail over and over and over again. And then once I started to accumulate some success, then it was easier for me to grab a mentor. But when I was brand new, it was really hard. So I'm pretty sure you can agree, like you've been through that. You've tried to pay people and you still weren't able to get that. So right now, did you look into Easy One Up? Like how far did you actually get into trying to figure out what you wanted to do?
So right now I have.
So we're transitioning to
really
the sell.
Blog, that's kind of like that I bought from someone, and like they kind of like, I guess like I like it. That's the only thing I have so far. So I was trying to build the traffic to that.
What did you buy?
A blog.
A blog. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like an automated blog.
Okay.
Where they like.
So this is how internet marketing works. You need 3 things to be successful. You need an offer that converts. you need traffic, so eyeballs to that offer. And then when people don't buy, you need to follow up. So an example, this phone call is essentially a follow-up. The emails that you're gonna receive from me in a couple of days, that's follow-up. The initial traffic that you got from me, like how did we get on this phone call? Did you get access to me through YouTube, Instagram? YouTube, okay, that's traffic. So a blog is traffic. But essentially you got on my email list because you were looking at an offer that I was promoting. And then the fortune is in the follow-up. So right now, what offer are you promoting?
So as far as promoting, after I did your YouTube, I went to ClickBank and I just got like one that I saw, and it was for weight loss, and so I was going to start on that.
Okay, so a proposal that I would have for you. The three niches that you want to look into is health, wealth, and romance, because those are evergreen niches. Right now, I'm launching this business right now. I'm going to be promoting something. So I'm not going to say I'm going to have it done for you, but basically people who hop on my team, I'm going to give them all the tools and all the resources that they need to kind of jumpstart their business. So you're kind of figuring out, you're like, oh, I don't know how to create a ClickFunnels sales funnel. Well, I'm going to give that to you. Well, I don't know how to do this. I'm going to give that to you, because how it works. I'm not sure. Did you look into Easy One Up at all?
Yeah, I did. And I also was trying to look up. I just got an account with ClickFunnels too. So I was trying to look at the videos that you had on ClickFunnels.
I see why you're overwhelmed, because you don't know, like, you're trying to put all the pieces together, right? So
yeah.
To keep it simple, very simple, right? You need automation, right? So the fact that we're talking is because you went through my sales funnel. That's complete automation. And then the email marketing is just following up. So people who don't buy right away, you follow up with email marketing. But you need some sort of offer, right? So when you're following up, you need an offer to pitch. And also, when you're initially getting somebody through your sales funnel, you need an offer to pitch. So Easy One Up, how it works is a very lucrative commission plan. Basically, the first person that you refer, you get a commission off of them. The second person you refer, it passes up to your leader. And then that person that passed up to me, essentially the same thing rinses and repeats. So the person that they refer initially, they get that commission, and then the second person passes up to me again, and then it happens over and over and over again. But after that second pass up, then initially the additional commission just comes to that person. So instead of going through sales funnels and things along those lines, the reason why I'm even on the phone with you is because the more people I help, like Zig Ziglar says, the more people I help, the more money I make. So if I help you succeed, it's going to put more money in my pocket. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, it's not that I'm just selfish, but at the end of the day, like, time is money. I'm pretty sure we can both agree that we're not just going to be helping everybody just because, right? I'm not Moses or Jesus. So,
Right.
So with that being said, ClickFunnels, I can literally share the exact funnel that I'm going to be using for my sales funnels. I can help you with the email marketing. I can teach you what traffic to use. The only thing missing now is an offer. And as I stated before, with Easy One Up, I'm literally going to give you everything you need to be able to succeed with that. And the more you win, I win. So how does that sound?
It sounds great. I'm just wondering,
Open-ended questions.
How much would it cost to start?
All right, so this is how it works. Easy One Up starts at $25, and it goes all the way up to $2,500. So it's all dependent on where you are financially. However, right, the cool thing is that the higher you do invest, the more education, which it feels like you're seeking. Because yeah, I can do majority of the stuff for you, but at the end of the day, that doesn't really make you self-sufficient. Over time, you're gonna wanna be able to do this on your own, so Eric's not walking you by the hand. So the higher you invest, the more education you're going to get. Number two is you're leveraging yourself for a higher income earning potential because you're licensed to sell it. So let's just say you didn't have the 2,500, but you did have, let's just say 1,000 to invest. And keyword invest. It's not an expense, because literally what's amazing about this company is I've never seen this before. They pay out 100% commissions. So I'm not sure if you know about affiliate marketing, but usually affiliate marketing is a very high percentage payout is 50%. That's like, whoa. So they pay out 100%, meaning your first sale, you get your money back. Everything after that is pure profit.
Okay.
So just like you probably saw the review already, but one of my business partners in 27 days is at $27,000.
Wow.
Like, what would that do for your life?
That would be amazing. Like, I just quit on that.
You say 2-week notice?
Yeah, I can do that.
Exactly.
The thing is, like, right now, I don't have like $500, so it'd be like I would have to start off little, and then from whatever I can make from there, I could invest that money back into it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Just to like, and I'm not recommending you do this. I'm just giving you scenarios and things that have happened in the past. So 2 scenarios. One of my friends, he told me, and I could literally show you a screenshot. He said, bro, I sold my bed, I sold my Xbox, I sold everything. He was so hungry and so tired and fed up with his situation that he sold everything to invest. And within his first month, he made $4,000. Now, does that make him rich? Does that make him rich? No. But he got his money back and he made more money. But he would have never been at that income earning potential if he didn't go all in, if that makes sense.
Right, yeah.
So my question is, like, what's the highest you invest, or the higher you invest, like, it's just, first and foremost, it's going to go ahead and make you committed. So you're going to be like, the highest I've ever invested into something like this was $10,000. I was like, I have to make this work. I just invested like my life savings. I have to do this.
Yeah.
So where are you? I mean, like, is there any, I mean, I know they have like payday loans, credit cards, et cetera, et cetera. Like, if you were to kind of, and I do assure you, I'm going to ensure that I do everything in my power to make sure you are successful. Obviously, there's that 20% of work that you have to do to where you have to put in the work as well.
Right.
But I'm going to make sure I do my part. So, I mean, if we were to get creative here, what's like the highest thing that you believe you'd be able to come up with right now? Right now, we're asking for the close a little bit.
Right now would be like 500. I still got like my family and everybody that I take care of. So
No, 100%, 100%. So what we can do is we can set you up with the 500, right? And what I would recommend is setting aside an income to the side, so that way you can kind of build up a nest egg. One of them is going to be for traffic generation, and the second one is going to be for investing into that higher package, so that way you can actually leverage your income earning potential. But you don't want to not be driving traffic to your business. So that literally is going to go ahead and get you sales right there. And then what we can do is, with those sales and that income, eventually kind of like leverage you into getting to that next level. Now, to be I just want to be very transparent with you. Are you familiar with how the pass up works?
no.
So basically, let's just say you were to invest into $500, right? What happens is, any package or referral that you refer that somebody invests higher than that, if you're not bought into it, they pass it up to your leader. So I just want to be transparent to where you don't think I'm just like trying to get over on you. I tell everybody, look, go all in. Because at the end of the day, if you're putting in that work, right, you want to eat off of that. So it'll kind of motivate you to get to that level much quicker. But the flip side, because some people are like, well, that's not fair. Well, it is fair, because what happens is, when you finally get to the point to where you can invest into that higher tier package, eventually the people that you bring on board, not everybody's going to be able to throw the highest level out there. So those pass ups are going to go up to you. So it's kind of like it comes back to you tenfold on the back end, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, all we would need to do to move forward, do you still have access to the login to the Easy One Up so we can go ahead and get you rocking and rolling? Soft close.
Yeah, but it's just like I was thinking, like once I saw it, my thing was, let me see if I can make some money online at a lower level, and that's why I got into like ClickBank. I was trying to see if I could like get income from that so that I can invest into this.
I get what you're saying. So the thing with ClickBank is that with ClickBank, there's two types of things that you can do, right? You can do or three that I would recommend: health, wealth, and romance. With wealth, first of all, a lot of their offers are unethical when it comes to the wealth niche. Like they have something called 5-minute profit sites. That's the highest selling thing on ClickBank. And one thing that I teach is selling something that's ethical. So there's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't put my personal brand behind on ClickBank. Number two, the stuff that does sell, the stuff that is ethical doesn't convert well. So that's one thing. But on the flip side, the weight loss stuff, like I'll give you one right now, the Fat Disseminator, I promote that. The only problem though is that that's a little bit more advanced that you need to be as a marketer, because it's lower tiered and you'd have to do stuff like Facebook ads and Google ads. So it gets a little bit more complex. With something like Easy One Up, it's like the best for the beginner because it's such a high ticket to where it's easier for you to get commissions, meaning one commission, you'll get $500. But number two is you could do something like solo ads, to where all you do is you're literally paying for clicks instead of trying to do a Facebook ad and trying to get the right image and trying to write a headline and target the right people.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So it's a lot more complex. So let me ask you a question. What do you think would be more beneficial for you? For you to invest 6 months of your time, right, and to eventually kind of get your business off of the ground and kind of eventually figure it out to where you save that money because you don't invest up front, but you kind of wasted that time, or to just take the hit up front to where you start rocking in a month or two and you start making all that money to where, yeah, you invested a little bit more up front, but you saved the time. I mean, which one makes a little bit more sense to you?
The second one does.
So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, what I'm going to be able to do for you is I'm going to give you the exact sales funnels. I'm going to give you the exact traffic methods. I'm going to give you everything you need. It's just more so about whether you execute that or not. And based off of what you told me earlier, I mean, it doesn't seem like you want to stay where you're at as far as your job forever. So obviously you're going to implement what I teach you, right?
Right.
So it sounds like a no-brainer. So,
True.
so basically what we would do, this is what would happen moving forward. We would go ahead and set you up with the Easy One Up. We can go ahead and start off with the $500 package. Once you go ahead and invest into that, just go ahead and send me your receipt. And then once you send me your receipt, I'll do something you just can't tell anybody I'm doing this. And this is only if you were to go ahead and take action right now, because it shows me that you're committed. I'm only giving people access to my affiliate marketing course for people who invest at 1,000 or higher. However, because you're showing me that you're fully committed, I'll meet you halfway. I'll go ahead and give you my affiliate marketing course, plus I'll give you everything else you need as far as the funnels, the traffic sources, et cetera, et cetera. And we can even set up a follow-up call once you get set up so we can actually integrate everything and get you rocking and rolling. How does that sound?
That sounds great. I still have like my login and everything because I was going to do it earlier. So let me just talk to my husband really quick and then I can go on there and I'll send you the receipt.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you so much for the call.
No problem. I'm sitting here waiting for you.
All right. Talk to you in a minute. Thank you.
No problem. I'm waiting.
Bye.
Okay. Well, she hung up, but I'm going to follow up with her. But that was a little bit longer of a call than I anticipated. But that was about, how long was that? Let me ask you guys a question. A 20-minute phone call. So a 20-minute phone call is 20 minutes worth $500 worth of your time. So just to break down some of the things that we did within that phone call, right? If you notice, I figured out what was important to her first before I continued into the call, because I knew I was going to use those later on in my call. So with that being said, what I asked, what's important to you? What are you trying to accomplish? What are your goals? Basically, I'm figuring out what those wants and those desires are. She wants to walk away from that job, right? So I leveraged that later on. I said, listen, you're gonna make this happen. You wanna walk away from that job. Let's do this, right? And I got her committed, right? Sorry, the camera got off. I'm not sure exactly where we were, but what I was saying is that you always have to go for the close, right? You can't be afraid to ask for the money, right? Now, a very soft close, instead of being really hard and aggressive, is I pitched my offer and I presented it to her, and then I followed up with, how does that sound? That sounds great. Awesome, let's go ahead and get you rocking and rolling. And then you tell them exactly what the process is gonna look like. And then once you figure out what the process is gonna look like, you go ahead and close the deal, baby. 20 minutes, $500. Do the math. I mean, most people work 5 days. I mean, making that in 20 minutes, that's big money. Become a closer. Let's get this money, baby.